All right. Another week, another Centre Circle podcast. Here with the boys today, Adrian and Keith. I know how one of you's doing. How you doing, Adrian?
Boy.
Dear. Keith, go on, get out your system.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
You can never be sad after you collect 3 points, you know.
Shut up, man.
And I think this is the first time we beat you since we've recorded, since we started the pod. So a bit extra spice in it, you know.
It was whatever due. Lucky Isaac in there, bruv. Really been turning up the heat. Well, look, let's start there, right? Liverpool beat Arsenal 1-0 at Anfield today, Sunday, 31st of August. Wonderful free kick from Szoboszlai on the 83rd minute. I mean, it was it was fairly straight down the middle of the goal. And they're always super tough to score. You know, normally you would need it on one side to create a bit of an angle for the taker. Clearly not for Szoboszlai, right? It was in off the post. If you've not seen it, go have a look. It was a fantastic goal. And to be honest, it's a frustrating one. One, because it was an unnecessary free kick. You know, Zubimendi's fouled Curtis Jones for that one. And two, I think Arsenal fans will feel like the game was for the taking before that. So if we go back to the beginning of the game, how did you see it initially? You know, if we take the first half.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think looking at the way Liverpool played their first 2 games, and even though Arsenal weren't 100% against Man United, they were very clinical against Leeds. And I think Arsenal fans would have rightly been very confident in playing Liverpool just based on the way Liverpool played in their first 2 games.
Before they saw the lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I saw the lineup and I was like, And I'm not an Arsenal fan.
And you're still like, what's going on? Yeah, of course.
So I think some questions can be labelled at Arteta for the decision making in terms of his lineup.
Yeah, for those who don't know or haven't seen it, Arsenal effectively lined up with a familiar back four: Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. More on Saliba in a second. With a midfield 3 of Marino, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice, which immediately screams defensive.
Yeah.
Kind of go into lock up shop to be secure. Which I understand, you're going away to Anfield. But at the same time, if you want to win the league, you got to be able to go to places at Anfield and play your game, right? With a front 3 of Gyökeres, Martinelli, and Madueke. Liverpool had the makeshift right back at Szoboszlai. Gomez still wasn't deemed fit enough to start, but I think Szoboszlai did well in the last game at right back. So
same against Newcastle, played really well. I thought he was man of the match against Newcastle, and again today, I thought his legs, he will give you a constant 90 minutes of running.
Yeah, stronger.
And when you're kind of covering for that position, that's what you need. He gets his like breathers in the recovery positions, and yeah, his energy showed throughout.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think it was a fairly. Again, you say you guys haven't been at your best, and I don't think it was the most fluid performance from yourself. Salah still seems a little bit
off the pace.
Yeah. I was gonna say he just doesn't seem to be. Even feel like his first touch is a couple of times.
About 4 times today.
Yeah, later on in the game, he gets that familiar thing, right? He gets the ball just
Nice
inside
touch.
the box, right side. He
He
touches, and there's a lot of Arsenal players to get around him. Verts was largely anonymous.
Off the pace again.
So it wasn't a classic home performance, but at the same time kept things at bay. I think from an Arsenal point of view, Adrian, we were talking off mic before, the frustration I think for Arsenal fans will come from yet again Arteta waiting so long to make changes, right? So you've gone in at half time, it's 0-0. As Keith said, not the best from them. Whatever plan he has worked a little bit. We were threatening, here and there.
Control.
45, come back after half time, 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Make a change.
Yeah.
Like your plan has worked up to now. The game's there for the taking. even if you just take a step back and say Liverpool had all their weapons on the pitch already, right? Yeah, okay. They brought on Curtis Jones. Who else was going to come on? Harvey Elliott? So in terms of
Threat.
you making a move and then them countering with that, I feel like with Liverpool, all their big guns were already on the pitch.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree?
Your reserves coming on are more impactful
Yeah.
than ours.
Well, more to the point that you've picked this defensive midfield, so then put on the creativity, put on the attacking players. But he doesn't. He waits until the 70th minute, and you're now asking people to do stuff in 20 minutes. And it's another 20 minutes where you've not affected the game, basically. Like, affect the game, affect it early.
What I found as well, he made the subs after we got back into the game.
Yeah.
Because there was, I'll say, up until like the 65th, 70th minute, you guys were
dominating.
Well, I wouldn't say dominating, but you had the ball more. And we were quite sloppy. Like, the game, it was a sloppy game anyway. But you were just a little bit more in control of the game. And I think if you had made the changes then, when you're in the ascendancy, your attacking options are more impactful. But we got back in the game for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, think about when the disallowed goal was.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of when the momentum started kicking up. And I think if you make the changes when you're in the ascendancy rather than reacting to us going, kind of just taking the game by the scruff of the neck a little bit, it changes the dynamics. It's like, okay, we're not reacting when they're defensive. What we're going to do now, they've got Odegaard and Eze coming on. So
Exactly. So yeah, makes those changes. Eze finally makes his debut, comes in for Martinelli. Martinelli had another frustrating, anonymous, or whatever you want to use, game. You're playing against a guy who, whilst playing well, is not a right back. He's not even a defensive player of any sort. Did not lay a finger on Szoboszlai the whole game. Didn't worry him at all. And those are the kind of things that needed to be changed as early as possible.
Yeah, Gary Neville. There was a time where he was squared up 1-on-1 and he passed it back. Yeah. Gary Neville went, "What are you doing? Just take him on. Like, he's not a right back."
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone else can see it. Why don't you just have if you could do it once? Because you saw it on the other side with Madueke, and I'm surprised that you didn't use that outlet more. I know you said that you bullied Kirk. I don't think you bullied him, but he made him think about what he had to do. He had to work. He was direct. Yeah, and that's it.
He won corners. He was causing problems.
He made Kirkes realise he was in a game, where Szoboszlai kind of had the rubber to green against Martinelli at the right back.
There was a time when Martinelli was going down and Gyökeres made that move. This is that perfect pass. And he ran it into traffic.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, just roll him in.
Yeah.
Didn't roll him in. And the issue that I have with Martinelli, his best moments in the game are defensive moments. Yeah. When he's tracking back and picking up a loose ball. I'm like, that's not what you're there for. You're there to be a threat in the opposition's half.
But that's what we think.
I know, as far as Arteta's concerned,
he's doing the job.
He's without the ball, he's keeping structure, right? But it's super, super frustrating to see. I think on our side, Gyökeres again didn't have the greatest game. However, I don't think we played to his strengths yet.
No.
So the 1 or 2 times we did play those passes earlier, or play him in the channel, it was a really runner. He stretched your defense, but that's just not what we do. Or
we're not passing it, getting it forward enough, quick enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the other thing again with Arteta, because I am very disappointed with his team selection, he knew Saliba wasn't 100%. And sometimes you just got to be brave and say, you know what? You're not 100%. Let me just start the new player. And Mosquera done well. He came on. He wanted the ball.
Yeah.
He was playing the passes between the lines. He was running past the attackers as well. He wasn't scared to dribble out with the ball. It was a very good performance by him as well. I think the back line again. The back line is it's the foundation.
It did its job.
It did its job. You can see Ekitike getting really frustrated. He weren't getting the joy that he's had in other games. But what I did like about him today, though, he's got that bite.
Yeah,
he was like, he was getting a bit spiky at times. But
he don't give up the ghost easily.
Yeah. No, but his movement as well. His movement is good. His movement is good. These guys don't need ESAP, but that's a conversation for another time. Adrian, look, everyone was looking forward to Eze making his debut, etc. And this is another frustration with the way Arteta decided to approach this game, because then we've not given the platform, we've not given the conditions necessarily for those players to come on and make as much of an impact as they possibly could. You know, what do you think? Obviously, we know the kind of player he was at Palace, etc. But you know, what is it with Eze? What do you just think is the whole sentiment of him having been at Arsenal beforehand, etc. Or actually, are people really excited for, you know, him actually reaching his ceiling, maybe possibly at Arsenal?
I think it's both. I think they want that story, right? That nostalgic story to tell their kids, their friends, their family about, oh, this guy started at Arsenal, went down and came back up. You know, that rags to riches kind of story. And I think that's what and I think also the media, in terms of how they introduced him to the Arsenal fans again, and that even one of the non-Arsenal fans, they were like, "Oh, like this guy really loves Arsenal, etc." Now I'm reading comments, it brought a tear to my eye. I'm like, what? But you could see that he really loves Arsenal, and you could see when he came on and Odegaard came on, instantly there was a little bit of a, okay, we're gonna play shorter between the lines passes, little flicks round the corners, and it made Liverpool defence have to think a little bit more. He tried to tease a penalty out of Gomez, but and there was another nice touch where the ball got switched to him far wide.
Yeah,
it looked like it was going out.
Yeah.
And he touched it first time.
Yeah,
and I was like, ooh, why are we waiting for the 75th minute for him to come on to see that?
Yeah,
I think you could have started him.
Yeah, 100%.
Like and it's not a case of he's not fit. Like, he's been playing for Palace. He trained with you for a week. Like go back to what you said. You go to Anfield. You're ideally in the best position that you've been for many years to win the league. Just go at them. Like, just go at your
opponent. The whole reason you bought all these players, you spent all this money, is that you could have those options. But it just seems like he's gonna do the same thing he's always done, but just use options in the same way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's got more options, just gonna use them the same way.
Yeah.
Whereas to your point, yeah, be brave, throw him in, right? I know Martinelli historically does well. He'll probably, if we were in that room, he'd probably say, yeah, without the ball, what he wanted to do defensively, blah, blah, blah. But I find it hard to believe there are things that Martinelli would do defensively that Eze wouldn't, especially after playing for Glass now. And you know what? Maybe Martinelli comes on and does his defensive duties later after the game has been affected, right? So it's just really frustrating. And then you throw in a 15-year-old in the 88th minute. What are you doing?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
What's the point? It's a big game, Anfield, effectively, first kind of title challenger clash of the season. Wanyeri should have been coming on. Why is
but it shows that we kind of champion play them if they're good enough and ready enough. So in that respect, you can be like, right, he's put him on with the intention of him doing something in the game. No, I don't think in a wild card, just like he's putting him on because he feels he can impact the game in some way.
Yeah, but my point is, okay, so you're expecting a decent amount of injury time, which we got, right? 7 minutes. But clearly, that was wrong because he didn't have the impact. It was a little bit overwhelming for me. He tried a few things, but you could see where he was just going through the motions a little bit. Mm-hmm. And these are not the games for that. Yeah, Leeds, Burnley.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Those are the games for that.
For 3-0 up.
Yeah, Wanyeri is now a second season pro. He made his impact last season when Saka was injured, when Odegaard was injured. That's the guy you should throw on. Like, that gamble did not pay off at all. It just seemed a little bit desperate, and it would just seem to be another poor decision managerially on the day. And it goes back to what I've been saying for a long time on this pod. He still shows his relative inexperience at times. He really does. He really does. So yeah, I think first move to Liverpool.
Yep. And I think just round off on Liverpool, like, we've played 3 games. I'd say we've played well for about 100 minutes in those 3 games. Yeah. And we've got 9 points. Salah hasn't cooked yet.
Nope.
Wirtz hasn't cooked yet. Take it.
Yeah, of course.
You take it.
Are you saying that Konate, he stepped up today?
Yeah, he needed today.
He stepped up big
the first
time
2
today.
games, he was very shaky.
Yeah.
I was like, you're really in for the battle. And
even when Gomez came on.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, I don't think he lost the header when he came on.
Yeah, the interception when that ball was coming to Gyökeres as well.
Yeah.
The ball coming across the box.
Yeah, they're really good.
So it's not often I say this, but I think this game was lost off the pitch, personally. And then, Szoboszlai turns up with the magic. But at that point, he should be doing that to equalise the game or as a consolation, in my view. So yeah. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. We'll move on. Next, Brighton beat City at home 2-1. I find this even more interesting because Pep Guardiola was talking the hardest this week. He didn't appreciate a few comments about his changing style of play. Obviously, people questioned things after the Tottenham game, etc. And to paraphrase him, his response was, I'm really going to change things, right? 10 years later and 18 titles later. I'm really going to change it, You just have to adapt. Yes, Tottenham press really high. Some people have low block. Just have to adapt. So, I'm good. I will never change the way I play. Oh, and he also made a joke about the passes. Yeah, I love lots of boring passes. I love them. Well, mate, today, James Milner must be the oldest player in the Premier League, surely.
I think he's he's now the second oldest goal scorer in the Premier League after that penalty.
Well,
today.
After getting out the gate with a Haaland goal in the 34th minute.
Which was slightly against the run of play. I'm not going
to
say City. Like, City weren't, I'm not going to sit here and say they were rubbish in the first half, but it was quite an even matchup. And I think at the time that Manchester City scored,
the wind was with Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton were just in the ascendancy.
Okay. And then James Milner equalises it with a penalty in the 67th minute. And then Gruder puts Brighton in front in the 89th minute. I mean, it's one of these ones where it's early in the season, but you can still look and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game today. I mean, what's happening over there? Rodri's back in the starting lineup. Stones is back. Obviously, Reinders has had a good start. He's persisting with Oscar Bob on the right there. Rico Lewis did not make the starting lineup today. I don't know if that was through injury or just tactical. He's back to Nunes.
He made
right
a few
back.
changes.
Ainiri was back, left back. Mamouche. I mean, the guys are there. What's going on?
I think for all of Manchester City's riches and what they've done over the years, going into a Premier League game with Nunes as your right back, like I don't understand it. Like, you should be able to not just say go out and buy anyone, but you should have a better option than Nunes as your right back and the centre back Kushinov. Like, granted, he's young and you're trying to get him up to speed, but he doesn't seem quite there yet. Like, we mentioned it a bit last season. The squad planning for their transition hasn't been very good.
Yeah.
And it's been a little bit scattergun. Like, granted, Marmouche has come in and he was quite impactful back end last season, came in January. They kind of addressed the midfield a little bit, but I think they should have started at the back. Like, Trafford's come in, had a shaky couple of games. I like Trafford. I think he can be a really good goalkeeper. He's only 22. They say keepers don't peak for like another 5 or 6 years. I think he can be really good. But I just think defensively, if you're still relying on Stones,
he's looking his
Stones
age.
is like 31 next birthday, I believe.
It's like 1 too many injuries have caught up with him now.
But why is Diaz not starting? Is he injured? Is it just Pep Tinker, man? Diaz is his best defender, in my opinion.
Now he is, yeah.
I'll still say Stones, but I just don't think Diaz has given you Diaz hasn't given you the games that he was giving you 2-3 years ago when they were kind of dominating. I think that's what's missing from them. They're not dominating games anymore. And we mentioned it last season as well. The fear factor of playing Manchester City
has gone.
Like, there's no respect for them anymore. And I think that was half the battle when they were dominating as they were.
They just haven't found the right profile players to replace the ones that have exited, right? So they haven't found the right back that's replaced Walker. They haven't found another left back,
Yeah.
Because to be fair, remember, they were playing centre backs at left back for a while.
Remember, it was doing 4 centre backs.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Silva doesn't look this like a patch of what he was. So it's like they spent all this money.
There's a lot of There's a lot of surgery required, right?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
the IQ and the ability is enough to still have them to be a threat.
Bernardo Silva's 31 now. He's getting on. I know it feels like he's been around a while. He's 31. He's getting on now.
But if you look at their bench,
I was
it's not
just
even.
looking.
It's not.
I was just looking.
Scary.
Great.
Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, Jeremy Doku. He's another one I think. He's not quite up the level. Nico Gonzalez, that's the guy they bought in January, right?
Yeah.
EK Gondowan, Manuel Akanji, Edison, Nico Riley, and Rico Lewis. I mean,
Yeah, you're not sitting there going,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Before they had like a plethora of riches
On
that you would
bench.
be like, who are those? Who on that bench would you be like? Oh, I wouldn't mind if they were
And then
on
now,
my bench.
letting go of Grealish looks like a bit of a mistake, right?
nah.
Nah.
You don't
I don't think so.
We know why you're saying that, but we'll come on to that. You know?
I'm not saying it for that reason, but
Yeah,
when you're looking at the bench option,
Mm.
on a serious note,
Not only because of how Grealish would be asked to play there,
no, I hear you,
and the version of Grealish we were seeing there. I'm not sure.
but
You know what I mean?
I do understand. But when you're looking at that bench,
Mm.
you're like,
Because we've talked about this before in terms of how they replace him with the required quality, right? And it's still early on, we'll see. But my gut feel is just that in 9 out of 11 positions, maybe 8 out of 11 positions, they had people that would get into any other team in the league
and be starters.
and be starters.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not what we're seeing today.
Nah, not at all.
Like
That's not what we're
Doku got
seeing.
signed.
Who does Doku walk into any other and Doku playing the way he would play? Does he walk into any other team that's vying for the top 4? I don't even think he gets in our team over Martinelli.
You could say if he played on the left, maybe at Chelsea, because they got Gittins and Garnacho. I don't think there's much.
No,
disparity.
Neto, no.
Oh yeah, Neto, yeah.
And I'll take Neto over Doku.
Yeah, very true.
So yeah, so they're just that. So I think it's interesting. Brighton, solid win.
Big them up, man. Second half,
Yeah, they just
they
turned
just
it up. And
they
they
just
went up
turned
and-
that gear up.
yeah.
And I think didn't they make like 5 subs at the same time?
No way.
Hold on, let me just double check.
Let me check. I've got the game thing up now.
It should be on the
Let me
lineup.
see.
The substitutions.
No,
Let me see. They did.
No,
61 minutes.
4.
61
they made
minutes.
4 subs
61
at the
minutes.
same time.
Yeah.
And that's when they
See.
got back into the game. And that's what
That's
you like
what
from
you
managers.
crazy.
Yeah.
So we took off Welbeck, Gomez, Hinshelwood,
And Belieber.
and Belieber and brought on Gruder,
Milner.
Ruta, Milner, and
Ayari.
Ayari. I don't even know who that Ayari guy is.
I remember when Jose done 3 subs.
Do you
at
remember?
once. Everyone was like, 3 subs at
I'll
once.
never forget that game.
Oh
It
my
was-
days, what's
It
going
was
on?
on Newcastle, innit?
Yeah,
Remember?
bro.
And everyone was like, what's he doing? It was half time, no?
It
It was half time.
Yeah.
Something mad. It was like half time.
Just
Who
done
came
it.
off? I think Joe Cole was one of the people to come off. Shawn Phillips, maybe.
But this is the thing. If what you want is not being implemented
Yeah.
and you've got
Come
the
off.
tools to fix it,
Come off.
Fix
make
it.
make the subs, man.
And especially now that you got 5 subs,
I was
plus
just
an
about to
additional
say-
one if you got concussion.
Yeah.
So imagine him doing that, yeah. That was why it was a big thing.
Yeah,
Because of that. If you get injury or something,
Yeah.
and he was like, nah. Because Jose is always sending out a message, isn't it? He's always sending out a message, always trying to do something. But now you've got 5 subs. Just do it.
And +1 if someone gets concussion.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
There you go. So you've wasted 1 sub of Saliba. Back to the Arsenal piece. But you could have still made 2 subs early, 50,
Yeah.
55 minutes. Just shake it up. But yeah, I think we're already seeing, if I look at the league, right? Only Liverpool have won all 3 games. We're kind of already seeing
the shape of it.
like, no, not the shape of it, but just more people are in the mix even more than last season, right? The newly promoted teams
Yeah.
beating people.
Mm.
It's West Ham, Newcastle. If you look at the table today, West Ham 16th, Newcastle 17th, Fulham 18th, Villa 19th, and Wolverhampton Wanderers 20th. Now we're early on, but yeah, this season, no fools.
Yeah.
The league's not taking any prisoners, bruv.
No.
Not taking any prisoners. All right, Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. The Great Escape. The Great Escape. Yeah, either of you guys see this game?
Yeah, I watched this one, and I can shoot them a bit of bell for the first half. They could have been 2 or 3-0 up Man United in the first half. They needed a reaction from the Grimsby result midweek.
Yeah.
They got that in the first half.
Sorry.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Grimsby
Where,
not
where have you been?
playing.
Where have you been? And you know Grimsby lost yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
1-0. Was it 1-0?
Did you see their pre-match when they were announced their lineup? So on social media, they had a guy in the dugout with a tactics board and saying, this is how we're going to line up today. Like, they proper mugged it.
Mm.
So yeah, first half, yeah, they got the reaction, played well, but again, going back to what I said about Manchester City in terms of the fear factor, a newly promoted team going to Old Trafford,
And giving it a go.
giving it say like 10, 15 years ago, they would have crumbled in it. Like you know what would have happened. But Burnley, they were like, no, we're here to play, like, and this is what we're gonna do. So they got the equaliser. Then Embremo scored to make it 2-1 straight after. But at no point in the second half were Man United in control of the game. There was always knockings on the door. I think Burnley had a goal disallowed as well.
Yeah.
So
Just offside.
yeah,
You know that offside,
just,
that type of offside for me shouldn't count. Because and what I mean by that, no. When you did you see it? You haven't seen it?
No, but it's you. So
No, but
But
the reason why
didn't that? I'm sure I saw the image of it.
it was just
and
like
they
a bit of the
showed-
arm.
They showed the defender closest to the Burnley player, but not the one like further down the pitch in the picture. And I was like, I'm sure he was played on. He was
Well,
so quick.
On the highlight I saw, they showed the defender on behind, and it was just a little bit of his elbow just on the off. And I was like, that should count for me.
Yeah.
That's not even. It wasn't even a yard. So, but I watched the highlights, and then the defensive calamity between Dalot and Delit. Like Delit was out closing the winger, and this is the system problem, right? When you're a system player, I'm a centre back. Let me get back into my centre back position, and then Dalot was like, no, engage him.
yeah.
And
You've got out there now. Just finish it off.
Do the job.
So
I'm
when
covering.
Dalot tried to get out, it's too late. He didn't get close enough anyway. Boom, cross, goal. It was a good finish as well.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and it's tough, man. Like we mentioned Amorim time and time again. Like he's got his way of working, and it's like, right, a lot of the players that you're playing now are players that you signed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're saying like this is the system, you would have scouted those players to play in your system. You said you needed more time on the training pitch.
Got it. You got
time.
Now you've got the whole season time on the training pitch. So we should be seeing something to say, right, this is how he wants his team to play. And we're nearly a year in him being appointed,
We're not seeing any.
and we can't say that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where they go from here, honestly, because they say the performance against Arsenal was really good and that's something to build on, but you lost. If that's the best you've played under Amorim and you lose, what do you do when you don't play as well as that? Like,
yeah. I mean, and again, to that point about managers using what's in their arsenal, you spent however much you spent on Sesko, but you're still starting a team that has no recognised striker.
Yeah.
Cunha is not a striker. Embremo is not a striker. Mason Mount is not a striker. So you're doing this false nine, whatever you want to call it up there.
Interchanging.
and then when Cunha went off injured after half an hour, he brought on Zertsky instead of Sesko.
Like, so maybe there's stuff going on there. I don't know. To your point, the guy would be fit, I assume. He did a full preseason with his team, was all ready to go. Like, what's going on down there? What is going on? Obviously, people have been clamoring for Kobe Menu. Apparently, he's asked to go on loan. I just don't understand why I don't know how you can be successful at this level and not have a plan B.
But we say at this level, like I'm not trying to disparage the Portuguese league,
But you're going to anyway.
but the expectations on you are not as high as what they are here, and the competition level is not as intense as what it is here. Like, go back to Slot last season. Slot was like, when I was in Holland, if we're playing a team from 5th to 19th, I'm winning. He's like, here, I don't know what's gonna happen because anyone can be anyone kind of thing. He's like, he was like, he's like in Holland when I'm playing the smaller teams, I know what's gonna happen. When here, I don't know what's gonna happen because it's a bit of a shock to the system to him, and I think that's what Amorim is finding out. In a in a harsh way.
Yeah, but he's been there since January, so he found out last season. You got your centre forward. He's coming on in the 72nd minute. Like you say, Cunha got injured. You're bringing on Xerxes. Did he not want Sesko? Is he totally... He had a centre forward in Gyökeres and that worked very well for him.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
To be fair, we don't know what he's been told by the people above him, innit? Because from my perspective, you got Sancho. Granted, he can be hot and cold, but he's better than some of the options that are on your pitch currently. You've got Garnacho, again, hot and cold, but he's better than some of the options that you've got on the pitch currently. You even go back to Rashford last season, and I mentioned that the whole Rashford thing could be the higher ups want to get him out because of the wages, etc. It might be the same with Sancho and Garnacho.
Yeah.
It's not a case of they're not deemed good enough.
It's just that
It's just they're not deemed
on the structure, the financial structure.
Yeah, of the financial structure of the club is being impacted by those players being there. Like, you don't have that kind of talent there. And remember, Sancho's not been managed by or trained by Amorim because he was on loan at Chelsea last season when he came in. So why would you not look at him?
Yeah,
because he didn't even go pre-season with him. Like he's had no look at Sancho.
Or he's been told not to look at Sancho.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
So let's go back to your point.
That goes back to the point.
It's an executive order.
It's like, but why? Why cut your nose off to spite your face?
Yeah.
And just kind of on your point, I don't know if it's a plan. You're right. It's not. I'm not sure if it's a plan B. It's just actually knowing the squad, the profile of your players. Actually, my 3-4-3 system is not going to work with this profile of players.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it's just like, just change it.
He keeps persisting with this Cunha thing. The reason why I said plan B is, okay, you've been bought as a very expensive player.
Yeah.
A player that was coveted by many people, right?
Yeah.
That has a specific function in a team. Why has that not been introduced?
Yeah.
When the performances of your team to date have not been up to scratch? Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah.
So and he just comes across as someone who's stubborn, inflexible, and is almost it will work. If I keep doing it and the players play better, it will work. Well, the players playing better, a contributing factor to that is how you set them up, mate.
And you know what's bad? We're sitting there talking like they lost. Like they won the game, but just because of the
it took a 97th minute penalty.
The performance behind it just was
convincing.
I mean, you're 2-0 up at home. Well, yeah, it's 2-1 up at home. And it took a 97th minute penalty to be newly promoted side. So give Burnley some credit.
And when you saw Scott Parker's interview, he was talking like disappointed. Like, first half, we didn't turn up.
Yeah,
we weren't at the races. Before it would have been, we just wanted to stay in the game. We didn't turn up.
Yeah.
We wasn't at the races today. So yeah.
Well.
And they've got the Manchester derby next, so that'll be interesting.
And I say,
and they're both in not very good places. But I mean, for me, City are the favourites for that.
But then I think it's the other issue as well, because there's been murmurings that he's wanted to resign.
Who? Amorim?
Yeah, there's been murmurings that.
Well, did you hear his press conference?
I didn't hear it. I read it in the past. I was going to ask you guys if you've heard it because I wanted to know exactly what he said. Because sometimes people can be misquoted. Apparently, what I read was he said sometimes he hates his players and sometimes he wants to quit.
Yeah, but I don't think he meant it in terms of like actually quitting.
Yeah.
It gets like you're fed up. It gets like, I could do without this.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's one of them kind of things. But
okay.
The way he worked, because English is his second language, the way it come across. But it's a bit like, man, don't want to do this today. Like, when you're at work, you're like, this is long, kind of thing.
Well, I have some sympathy for him, but not much because I feel like a lot of this he's brought on himself.
Yeah, and he could change it.
He could. Adrian, just before we move on from this, what's your view on this Kevin Maney thing? Do you feel like... So everyone talks about he can't play the 2-man midfield. For him to be utilised properly, he needs to be the 3-man midfield. So is it less about... But then we hear contradictory things where people say, well, the club say he just has to work himself into the team. Well, if you don't think he can play in the system the manager wants to play, no matter what he does in the training ground, you're not going to play him.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's best for everybody involved?
For me, I think Kobe needs to go.
Yeah.
I think that's the best option. Like, and I don't think I know he's saying a loan. He's asked for a loan because he still wants to be involved with United. But his profile, his IQ. Remember, we were talking about him making the England squad, and he broke into the England squad, and he done himself well. He showed up. He performed. Like, and we was looking at things in the game. It's like, oh, this guy's going to be generational. The way he came onto the scene, taking the ball in the half turn, in tight pockets, not being scared to play. And then all of a sudden, he's not in this manager's picture. And then Amorim saying, oh, well, he's an understudy to Fernandes. But Fernandes is everything to the club. Fernandes is rarely going to come off unless you're 5-0 up. So then basically you're saying to him, you're on the bench and you're only going to be used when I have to use you.
Yeah.
But I think Kobe's got such a love for the club. He's not outright saying, no, sell me. He's saying, oh, just send me on loan for 6 months or 3 months or whatever it may be.
You think he's trying to outlast Amorim?
Yeah,
100%. Go on loan. When I come back, Amorim won't be.
I think players are so calculated like that now. Like, I think he's looked
I
at
don't even
it.
think you need to be calculated because no one knows what's going on better than those guys. They're there every day. And even from the outside looking in, only 3 games in, I think if this doesn't pick up by end of September, he's in trouble.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's in big trouble.
Yeah.
He's in big trouble. All right. Well, from a footballing point of view, I hope Kobe finds a club, to be honest, so he can play. He can just play. Moving on to the new darlings, early season darlings. Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1. Lots of people were not expecting that result, but discount era at your peril, mate. You know, he knows how to set up a team. He knows how to organise his team. Evan Nilsson grabbed a early deflected goal. It was a good move though.
Yeah.
Finished with intent, but I think the deflection helped him a bit, loop the ball over the keeper. But Bournemouth were good value for it.
Yeah.
They were all over Spurs. Semenyo, I mean, this was meant to be the Semenyo versus Kudus showdown.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Semenyo came out on top of that one.
Yeah.
He was giving what's his name? Pedro Porro. Hell.
And you know who else had a good game? Brooks.
Yeah.
Brooks.
Do you see the outside of his foot? Cross.
You know what? I'm
So
so
need
glad
to score that, man.
I'm so glad he's come back from the health problems.
Yeah. He had cancer, didn't he?
Yeah. And then he was like, usually it could be on the trajectory down. Like, you're just going to low league, and he just came back. He's come back in now, and he stepped up. And yesterday's performance, I was really impressed.
Yeah, done really well. And what I like about Semenyo as well, there are rumours of him getting a move in the summer, and when he signed the contract, everyone was like, "Yeah, that's because he's gonna get signed."
Yeah.
Rare. And he kind of made no waves, innit? He's
just getting his head down.
on with it.
got on with it and put in performance in like in all 3 games. To be honest, he played really well. And I mean, going back to Spurs, sorry, quickly.
Yeah.
I think in the first time in a long time, this would have been a match where they've been like overwhelming favourites, just kind of based on
how they
started the season, the result over Man City last week. And I think they just had a bit of stage fright where before they could just go out and play in it. Like, not really expecting much on Spurs, rare.
Yeah.
Where they played really well, like the way they harangued Man City last week. I know Man City are not the Man City of old, but
no, but they affected Man City rather than Man City.
So it's like, right, they're at home against Bournemouth. Everyone was like,
lost 3 defenders.
Everyone was like, yeah, Spurs should win this, and I think they got a bit of stage fright yesterday.
Yeah.
But what I did like about Spurs, from what I saw, they defended their goal like their life mattered on it. Even though it was like, you see 3-4 players throwing their bodies in the way to block it, where I think under Ange, you may have not saw that level of intensity in terms of defending. And then they still tried to push for the equaliser in the last quarter of the hour, So I think
It's not a disaster.
It's not a disaster. No, it's not a disaster. But I think there's some positives to take from that defeat as well for me.
Yeah. But I think it's what happens with English football in a whole. Like, there's a hype train station way too early. And that happened with...
Well, it has to feed the ecosystem, right? It's one of the things we'll talk with one of our upcoming guests. But we're in that business now. And if we look at, our friends across the pond, the hype train is what drives 99% of sports media coverage.
Yeah,
or the stats. So that's something that's definitely that's prevalent over there. So yeah, it happens. And I think, to be fair, Spurs were so bad under Ange, because what did Ange do? 2 years or 18 months?
2 seasons.
He did two
Yeah,
seasons,
full
right?
seasons, yeah.
And it started really well and went down and then got really, really bad, naive defending, all that kind of stuff. So even just 2 games of sensible, structured approach to football matches,
Yeah.
and you beat Man City, we're like, oh, okay.
This is what it can be.
Exactly. And when certain people, Adrian, weren't rating said manager, it's also nice to see that he was wrong.
Okay, well,
So you haven't seen enough yet to say you were wrong about the comments you made about Thomas Frank? Come on.
Has it? It's an improvement, but is it a massive improvement?
No. Let's not conflate two things, yeah? You basically said he's not that guy, his type of football isn't the one, etc., etc. We've seen enough to say that those comments were not accurate.
I
Yes or no?
disagree, but like I said, we've seen the step up, the expectation, and we've got to see some more.
Let's talk after 19 games, innit? Then we'll see.
There we go.
All right, okay.
I'm happy
Well,
for that.
let's set the parameters now, because this guy's slippery, yeah? So what does he have to what does he have to do to prove those comments wrong? I want it clear.
Be above Moyes.
No, not even be about. Be top 4.
Top 4?
Are you all right?
All right, top 6.
No.
Not top 6. Why not top 6?
Okay, he has to.
Because remember, they
wait,
finished there.
Wait, he has to do at least the same as Brentford, if not better. Last season, what he did last season. Wait, what did
No,
Brentford
that's
do
not
last
right.
season?
That's not.
Wait, what did all right, Brentford's best season in the Prem. They came 7th, no, or something, or 8th.
Maybe 8th or 9th.
Let me check.
So he's got to match what he done at Brentford.
Yeah, because you said
I'm
he
saying
wasn't
top
good enough
6.
to leave Brentford. He's
Top
now
6.
come to
He's
Spurs.
He's got to be top 6.
So
Big
he's
budget.
got to
Brentford.
take-
But
wait.
you can't. But you don't go from
Bruv.
15th to top 6
Who?
in a season.
15th.
Forest done
They
it.
were 16th.
Forest done it. There we go.
Nah, bruv, they didn't. Wait, hold on. They were even lower than that key last season. Let me, yo. I'm not letting him do this. Hold on. Let me just check something.
I'm just saying,
it's
really
fine.
quick.
We know that the style of football he will play at Tottenham will be better than what they had, and he will prove that
He needs
is
to be held
capable.
accountable for the stuff he says. So
He'll
Tottenham,
prove he's capable, because he's waxing lyrical over Moyes after 2 games, but he's not saying nothing about Frank winning on the same points. All right then.
Yeah,
exactly.
but Moyes has won something. And we've seen what Moyes has done at Everton, etc.
Yeah, but Moyes has been a manager for 20 years.
I hear
Frank's
that.
been a manager for like.
So Tottenham Hotspur
6 or 7.
finished 17th, right? So the guy that you said wasn't good enough to leave Brentford,
I know
who
he's-
who
go on.
finished 10th,
Yeah.
has to now take them from 17th to 6th
It's doable.
to prove what you said wrong.
Yeah.
You're
Moving on.
talking
Because the
rubbish.
squad's better. The squad's better.
Shut
Bigger
up,
budget.
Whatever, man. Moving on.
Shut up,
So
man.
we're here.
You
We'll
know
see.
that you're putting it unrealistic because you know what you said was poor. Anyway,
We'll see.
to another manager, he seems to be doing all right. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. I mean, this game was spicy. I don't remember. I've always thought this Chelsea Fulham derby has always been the
Passive.
driest.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nah. Fulham came to
They're upset.
they were flying into tackles. What's the guy they got in to replace Paulinho?
Lukic?
Yeah.
Is it Lukic?
There was number 20. He was flying into tackles. The guy flying into tackles.
And they got
I was like-
Sanderberg as well doing.
Sanderberg. That's
doing
yep,
a job
yep.
there as
But
well.
who was in the
Yeah,
middle?
but he
Is
was
it-
man marking Pedro, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, marking João Pedro. So yeah, they really came with that old school get into
Yeah.
them type vibes. I had to double check if Sam Allardyce was in the dugout. But saying all of that, they got robbed.
Yeah.
Fulham got robbed.
Chelsea lucky again. Second home game in a row.
Literally super, super lucky.
Like how? How? Like that's
So, for those that don't know, what's his name? King.
18 through the academy.
Josh King. It's gone through on goal. When he's received the ball, he shielded the ball.
No, Muniz shielded the ball.
Sorry, Muniz shielded the ball and planted his foot. Unfortunately, he's planted his foot
on top of
Chalobah's foot.
yeah.
But Chalobah was challenging him.
Yeah.
They basically said that Muniz's challenge
It's a
was a foul, basically.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the one challenging.
When they done the VAR, he said it was a careless challenge.
He wasn't the one challenging.
It wasn't even a challenge.
He's receiving the ball.
He got the ball to do a pirouette, and he was doing the pirouette. That's how he managed to step on Chalobah's foot.
Yeah.
And I'm just
And it's
like,
accidental.
if you look at it, you can see that one, he wasn't even looking at Chalobah.
Yeah.
Chalobah didn't even get to the ball in time for it
Yeah.
to be a challenge.
Yeah.
And he's focusing on playing the ball forward.
But even with all of that, Chalobah was the one making the challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing what I'm doing. You decided to come here and try and get the ball off me. You've been unsuccessful. I've done my move. Yes, unfortunately, I stepped on your foot.
Right.
Wasn't intentional. Was no intent. And that's actually the result of your challenge on
Yeah.
me.
Exactly.
Crazy. And this is where it must be so frustrating, because that, I know they talk about it all the time, but that really changes the game massively.
Yeah.
1-0 up.
Yeah.
Away from home. Local derby. You set out a plan.
Executed it well because they were in the game.
They were in the game. And then you're then robbed on something that's just super, super dubious. And you could just see a little bit of it. Again, I talked about them coming and being a bit feisty. But you could see some of that just,
festering.
Yeah, you could. And then João Pedro
Scores a header.
João Pedro scores in the stroke of half time because they had a lot of injury time.
Yeah. The long decision to be made.
Yeah. And the lapse injury as well. But Fulham, Marcus Silva, I mean,
He was going.
he
was going berserk.
Yeah, he's active on the sideline at the best of times. But that game,
As soon as the goal went in, he was just on the fourth official.
But it's just frustrating. Like, people call, like, we speak about VAR all the time.
Yeah.
And people say, get rid of it, it's spoiling the game, blah, blah, blah. And we say it's just the people implementing it that are getting it wrong. And even the statement today, it was a case of,
He got suspended, didn't he?
yeah, the guy running VAR at the time, he shouldn't have intervened. And then they're saying, well, even if he did intervene, the referee should have stuck to his guns and stuck with the on-field decision. It feels like just because
you've been brought to the screen, you have to
change it. It's no, have a conversation and be like, the action that has happened is not intentional.
Yeah.
Like, we could see it as fans watching it on the replays. All the commentators, all the pundits are saying, if this is ruled out, it's really harsh, etc. How can everyone who's not qualified to make the decision see it, but those who are qualified can't get it right?
Big mess up.
It's just
terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then, of course, Chelsea are good enough to control the game. Bit of concern for them with the lapse injury in the 14th minute. That was pretty early. Esteval looked good.
Yeah, I like him.
Esteval, he looked good. He gave Sessegnon some problems. Calvin Bassey, man. He absolutely kills me. And now they're doing this, they're playing up from the back as well with the split defender. There's a few times when Leonard gave him the ball,
shaky,
and I was like, I don't know if he wanted that. Not sure if he wanted that. And then the penalty, the handball.
It was handball.
Yeah.
It was handball. The arm was like,
what's the arm doing up there?
Yeah, it was handball.
So you've turned he could have got away with it. Well, not got away with it, but you turn your back, which you're not supposed to do anyway. You've turned your back, you're not looking. Just let the ball hit you. Why is your arm up there?
But I guess it.
No,
how you jump in there. Like,
you're not getting away with that.
Yeah, bro. You know that you can't have your arm up there. So just jump like that. Then if you're going to do it, but you're not supposed to be doing that anyway. It's schoolboy defending. Don't turn your back.
Yeah.
So that then just is a further nail. And then Enzo Fernandez dispatches it nicely. There was some commotion between Fernandez and the fitness coach, I want to say. What was that, at half time?
I think he may have not been happy with, at half time. And as he's walking off, he's showing him the armband. Take the armband and you go and play. That's what he's telling the fitness coach. He's like, you go play. And that's what he's telling the fitness coach. So I don't know what, if the fitness coach was getting on him for saying you're not running enough
Right.
or something like that. And then as he's come off, he's saying, "All right, you take the armband and go play there."
I think
His
the
coach.
should be saying that in the change room though. That's not
But
on the pitch
but
type thing.
well, that's the only thing I can assume it was. But all of them at some point are going to get up, come on, and encourage the team to do better, right? So it didn't look good though. It didn't look good. As a captain, you're coming off and you're going to the fit. Yeah, it's not a good example. No.
Not a great example. And then speaking of Chelsea dramas, so Nicholas Jackson thought he was on his way to Bayern Munich on loan. Rory Delap gets injured. Literally, speed dial to Bayern saying, nah.
Yeah, the plane was in the air, wasn't it?
Yeah, not happening. Sorry, lads. Delap, you don't even know how bad his injury is. Nothing. Nah, there's nothing. I feel sorry for Nicholas. He must be fuming.
No, but apparently him and his team have said no, like it's happening.
They can say what they like.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. As far as I understand, that's not how this works, right? Unless Chelsea sign off, I mean, there has to be some kind of approval stuff. I don't know, maybe it passes a point of no return, but clearly Chelsea feel like that's not the case. But at this point, what's the point? He's not going to be happy. He's not going to be. You've banished him basically from the team since the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Just find another solution.
Him bad. And this is where the player versus club argument comes in, right? And like this with context, I'm on side with Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
100%.
Like, you disrespected
they
him.
bombed him out, didn't they? They were like, yeah, you can go find another player.
And now Delap's injured. Oh yeah, you want me back now? But am I going to even come back and play? João Pedro will start.
Yeah, and I'll be on the bench.
Yeah.
And then you still and this is what's interesting because as a team we say you need what three strikers minimum.
2, I would say.
2 to 3.
2 and a
2
youngster.
to 3, yeah.
2 to 3, depending.
Yeah.
Now, if you're pushing for top 4, again, you need Nicholas Jackson in your team. You got a lot of games coming up, etc., etc. You need him. Champions League, etc. So clearly, like they didn't want him for whatever reasons outside of our knowledge, and then to say, all right, but you need to come back now, even though you haven't been in the squad, any match day squads whatsoever. So yeah, they've done him bad.
Not good. We'll see how that ends up. I mean,
The tweet was funny from the agent though.
what did he say?
Something like planes don't go backwards.
Yeah. Planes don't go backwards. We'll stay there. Listen, Mr. Agent, that all sounds funny and we'll all laugh. But when Chelsea pick up the phone, that's it. So let's quickly run up the rest of the games. Sunderland beat Brentford 2-1 at home. Wolves lost 2-3.
Quickly back to the Sunderland one though. What 2 penalties were given for over excessive handling in the box. So the ref gave 2 penalties, one to Leeds for
holding.
Yeah,
for holding.
Corner, isn't there? And it was Anthony Taylor, wasn't it?
Yeah. Gave 2.
Of course,
He was
famous.
on it.
This guy, when he retires, boy, people are gonna rejoice. So they are clamping down on it in some games. Wolves 2, Everton 3. Grealish is apparently cooking. At Merseyside, I would say he's probably playing at his level. But anyway, David Moyes picks up another win. It's 3 games in. I mean, they're doing all right. Wolves are the type of teams they need to be beating to carry the momentum. But they're 5th, 1-2, lost 1.
I'm surprised at Wolves. I know you earmarked them to go down, but I'm surprised that their start has been as bad as what it is.
No.
Did you see the press
They've
conference?
lost all 3 games and they've conceded 8 goals.
And the manager saying we need players not to lose players because they're saying Strand Larsen might.
Yeah, it's gone. 60 million.
It's gone through? Who to?
Well, that was the last bit, so apparently it's going through.
Is it Newcastle?
Newcastle won him still, don't they?
Yeah.
So
So wait,
he
but
didn't play yesterday.
He didn't play.
But
He was
I
in the
wasn't
stand.
sure because they were buying. Newcastle have bought that guy from Germany.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Wolford Mead.
Yeah. But I think if Isak
But
goes,
you need 2 strikers.
you need 2 strikers in it. So
But yeah, Grealish with 2 assists. And Dewsbury Hall.
his finish.
I mean, that was a rocket.
Yeah,
Never expected it. As they say.
It's a shame it didn't work out at Chelsea, man. Because like, in the Championship, he was a really good player, and you could see he could play in the Prem. But it depends on the level that you play in at the
I
Prem.
was about to say there's levels to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can say you can play in the Prem, but there's
Yeah, because
Up and
Caicedo,
down,
Enzo,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think landing at Everton is a team where he can kind of
It works for
show
him.
his wares.
Is it a loan or they bought him?
I think they
I
bought
think,
him.
I think they brought him.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they
fair,
brought him.
fair play to Everton.
And I think what I saw of the game, Everton were pressing a lot more aggressive. The what's his name's goal was a very good goal. Ndiaye.
And,
Yeah,
The build up, the interchanges.
he's another one. You know,
He could be on the move.
someone's gonna knock on the door next season, aren't they? If he carries this up, carries this
It's
up,
been going on from last season, hasn't
yeah,
it?
someone's gonna knock on the door. I mean, yeah, Wolves. I told you lot, man. I told you lot. You just can't every season the Premiership.
You can't be sending that
you
many
can't
players.
float. You have to if you haven't got any intent or you haven't got the resources to do stuff, then and your manager isn't, a future wizard or something, then just forget it. Just forget it. So
And I think
even
only
for
so
us-
many times you can keep on plucking gems from Portugal, and that's gonna work because they got another one, haven't they? Is it Sergio Ramos? What's his?
Look
He
at it.
scored
Gomez.
Sergio Gomez, and I think he's had 2 good games now. But you
Mate,
can't-
two-
and then the Brazilians in midfield,
Andre and
from
Gomez.
Botafogo, them guys.
but you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
keep on plucking gems, and that's gonna save you every time. You got to invest.
And maybe the manager's finding out what real Premier life is, right? Did it right last season, but yeah, they're still on it for me to go down. They're still on it to go down for me.
Yeah.
So look, this Jack Grealish move, it's all good, it's all great. What does success look like for this loan?
I think he's playing. I think he was so starved at
Mm-mm.
getting time at Manchester City. Him getting back and playing regularly is a success for him.
Not for him,
no,
for
no,
us.
no, I
How are we judging? He needs to put up some numbers.
Yeah.
He needs to slap 12 goals, 10 assists.
No, I wouldn't
I
go 12
don't- I
goals.
don't think- I don't
12
think he does,
No,
because-
I think 12 assists and maybe 5
He's
goals.
£100 million player on
Okay.
loan at Everton. No European, playing 1 game a week.
But
He needs to
you've
go
got-
there. He basically needs to go there and it's like
dictate-
Space Jam.
Yeah. He's got to
But
be like 12
you've
assists.
got to realize he never put the price tag on himself, innit?
No,
like that's
no.
you can't say no.
No, this is not personal to Jack.
No, I
Grealish,
know,
bro.
but I'm saying,
It's
like,
not
I'm saying
price
like,
tag
we
for
can't
me.
say he's £100
Okay.
million
Alright.
player.
Sorry.
He's never scored
not-
more than 10
No,
goals in a
that's
league
fair.
season.
Okay, that's
And
fair.
he's put to do that at Everton.
No,
Well, that's why he shouldn't have gone to where he went to. So it's proving my point. Okay, let me rephrase. He is a treble winning, mortal title winning player who is now at Everton. Right?
But he wasn't
and he's
instrumental.
he's very expensive to them. He's costing them a lot of money every week.
That is very true.
So what is a good ROI?
I'd say a good ROI
Bro.
is in the Prem.
That's my phone that you got.
If he got 15 goals and assists, they got to be happy with that because he's at Everton.
No, I agree. I agree.
Remember, he's at Everton.
I agree.
You got to look at where he's landed.
I agree.
Ndiaye will get that this season.
Yeah, but that's their base. Like he's got to match their top
I
guy.
don't agree
So
with
wait,
that.
so Grealish, you're not expecting Grealish to go there and be better than Ndiaye?
No, I'm not.
I agree. No.
You're not because he's not good enough.
No.
What I'm saying, that's my point. You're proving my point. That's what I'm saying. But
Can I-
David
can I-
Moyes is not looking at it that way.
Can I add?
You go,
So for me, 15 GA, but it's the type of performances,
Yeah.
how it inspires the team. Because we can't all be about stats. It's about how you control and dictate the game. And that's what I need to
know
see
what's
from
that?
him.
His wages, that's a stat.
I hear that. But still, it's about how he dictates the game and them finishing in a much higher position.
Yeah.
So
Like,
him
what-
being
what's
signed,
different
then
Everton
finishing.
is a top 10 finish this season, and that what Adrian's just said, the good performances on top of the 15 GNA,
Yeah.
that's a good season.
Okay, let me reverse it then, right? Because let me look at this team. Better than starting striker, right?
Yeah.
So they're attacking their first team attacking threats. Oh, poor Dwight McNeil. Their first team attacking threats are Beto, Grealish, Ndiaye, and I'll add Tyler Dibble into that now. They bought him. He was on the bench.
And they've got a
Yes.
French striker, haven't they, as well? One youngster coming through. Is it
Uh,
Marshall?
Oh, yeah. Barry?
Barry,
Taylor
yes.
Barry?
Barry, yes.
If they're going to get that top 10 that you talk about, yeah,
Mhm.
they're not getting there if all he does is 15 GNA. That's my... The
Yeah, but
champion,
it's not on him.
unless
though.
Ndai has a.
No, but
But if Ndai matches him
and then
and Beto matches him,
yeah,
that's 45 GNA for your front line. How many front lines get 45?
So wait, let me get this straight. Yeah, but we know Beto is not getting 15 GNA. That's my point.
But he might.
but one second. You're also forgetting.
He's
Hold
not
on.
doing it. Ndai might do it. I agree with you. I think Ndai might get 10 goals. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 6, 7
Beto's
assists.
got 2 goals already. He got 2 and 3.
Okay.
So you got to look at the
Slow down.
Slow
Don't do that.
You lot are killing me. You lot are...
No. Hold on.
So Grealish has got 4 assists. Beto's got 2 goals. That's 6 from 2 man.
Guys.
And Ndai's got 2. That's 8 from 3.
Can I just this is the other thing. It's not about them all having 15 GA.
Yeah.
Because you're also forgetting, one second, Everton's got one of the best defences in the league. I think they were like 4th.
I think you're doing that over a sustained period. I don't think throughout
Last season they only conceded 34 goals or something like that.
Let me have a look.
They're in, bro. Check it. This is why you got to respect Sean Dyche as well.
Why? For what?
Because he had the defence on point. Because what's his name? Pickford only missed out on clean sheet.
The Golden Glove.
Golden Glove by like maybe 3 goals.
44 they conceded.
In overall then, yeah?
Yeah, 44.
And where did that made him finish then?
13th. So I don't know what your point is, bro.
But in the league.
They finished 13th in the league last year.
Yeah, but in terms of goals conceded, in terms of his defence.
It was one of the better ones to be fair. I'm looking for the table.
Yeah, top. Yeah. So
top 4 and
Liverpool
5.
had less. They had the same as Arsenal, Liverpool had less, and Chelsea. They had the same as Man City. So top 5.
So with a defence that's that organised and him contributing to 15 GA.
But when he finished 13th last season, there's only 3 extra places we're talking.
Yeah, it's doable.
It's doable.
And I think Jack can take them over the line.
So,
but I don't think we can be too expectant of him. Like we wouldn't be because we can't be seen.
We can be.
But I don't think the media.
We can be.
Hold on. Why can't we be expectant of him?
Because he's not the player that everyone thinks he is.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you.
Fine. No, but he's not. But he's
Cheers.
not. Though.
All right, moving
No,
on.
But he's not. Like you can't sit there and say he is.
That's all I needed.
Brother.
Wonderful.
Okay, you tell me what he is. You tell me what he is.
No, that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to go there.
I'm saying he's
No, when he was at Villa,
no.
no. When he was at Villa, he stepped up to a level where City said, "We think you can go to another level."
And I was saying it then. They shouldn't do it.
Fine, they made a mistake. Now him going back to Everton with years of experience, winning all those trophies, etc., he should be able to put in a performance, right, that carries them to 10th.
I'll tell you
gets the
why I
GA.
disagree with that, because he wasn't integral to those trophies being won. He was a part of it, but he wasn't integral.
Some people disagree.
No, that's fine. If he turned up to Man
Didn't
City,
he play like every game?
I think in the first season,
in the treble season, didn't he play consistently from like January onwards?
Yeah.
And
when I mean
performances.
integral, I mean was pulling the strings. He'd never been a string puller.
I know.
Since he left Man.
That's why I don't know why it's 100 million.
But now he's back at Everton. He's going to be a string puller. So he should be controlling the games, getting 15 GA.
But like guitar
And then
strings
finishing
are
10th.
different. You get like strong ones and his guitar strings are not strong. So, that's what I'm saying. Like the quality of the strings are not good.
I just feel like because Grealish is likable, you know, he gets an easy ride.
Yeah, he gets an easy ride.
His whole career has been a good story.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I thought I'd ask the question. But thanks, Keith. That's all I need.
And Moyes is going to unlock it.
Yeah, whatever. Leeds played at our home draw with Newcastle. Dead games. But if you're Leeds, put those points on the board, my friend. 1-1, lost 1, drawn 1.
Newcastle, they needed to get points on the board before the Champions League started.
Yeah.
They're
squad is
1
thin.
from 9.
Yeah, squad is thin. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham 3. Potter pulled it out the bag.
Didn't expect it. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope, never did I. And he said something in the week about they've got a good foundation and a slow foundation. They're going in the right direction, etc. Excuse me. If rumours are to be believed, Paquetá's out the door anyway. He's going to Villa, apparently.
Even after his celebration today, his celebration was quite cold.
I know, about 47 million. Apparently, he's off.
A loan and obligation, right? It's an obligation.
Yeah, something like that. But again, Karen, I've forgotten her surname. Brady talked about they have significant PSR considerations when she was discussing Kudus' transfer. Then she tried to moonwalk it back a bit and say he didn't have that great a season last season. Don't know why he did that. So maybe this is another one where.
But
look,
didn't they
he's
sign
probably
Fernandes?
Huh?
Haven't they signed Fernandes from Southampton?
Yeah.
They've signed 2 players,
He's good,
Fernandes and then is he good? And a young
something
French
about him.
midfielder as well. So yeah, maybe it's one of these ones where get their money in. And after the whole, now he's been cleared of that whole betting thing, etc. Obviously, his City move fell through. So yeah, but yeah, good win for Potter. Bit of breathing space.
Yeah, he needed that. I think going into the international break with 3 defeats would have been peak.
And as we're recording, Palace are beating Aston Villa 1-0 away from home. Mateta with a penalty in the 21st minute.
Yeah, Villa haven't won yet, have they? Or have they drawn? Well, how many points have they got?
I bet you those Arsenal fans that wanted Emery don't want him no more, right?
I don't think anyone wanted him back.
They just said
think
that
it
he
was
shouldn't
just-
have been. He
Yeah,
didn't
like
get the same
he
time.
gets a
and
lot of
grace.
flack unnecessarily.
Not from me.
Okay.
He was 5th, right?
I see certain Arsenal fans arguing he would have won something with this squad by now and etc. Anyway, that's another story. So
It is another story. But let's see how it pans out.
Indeed.
So who's top of the league again? So I forgot.
Oh, just shut up. Just shut up. Yeah, as the league stands after 3 games, Liverpool top with 9 points, Chelsea second with 7 points, and Arsenal third with 6 points, just ahead of Spurs on 6 points on goal difference. Oh, and Everton. Whoa.
Quite a few teams. Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams
6
on 6 points. 1, 2, 3. No, 5 teams on 6 points. So anyway, it's early doors. That's the only comfort I'll take from this weekend's shenanigans. We've got an international break now, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. England have got Andorra and another team whose name escapes me. They're playing at Villa Park on Saturday.
Yeah, which tells you the type of team that
Are you
Tuchel
going?
has picked.
No, I'm not going to this one, unfortunately.
Like the nice road trip to Birmingham.
No, not this weekend. I'll be back for the Wales game next month.
Is that away or at home?
That's at Wembley.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Well, thanks, boys. We'll be back next week.
Yeah. We're not going to touch on the England squad.
Oh, yes, of course. The experimental squad.
Call ups for my boy Wharton.
He's been called up.
Jed
Really?
Spence.
Wait, this isn't Water's first call up.
No, it's not, but he hasn't been in the
okay.
last few. Spence and someone else got their first call up.
Oh,
Oh, it's going to bug me now. I want to try and get it without looking.
was it goalkeeper?
No,
No, go on. I think I know. I don't think I know who it
it's
is.
escaped me.
It is Elliot Anderson.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good. That's a good.
Yeah, that's
that's
it.
a good.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson is
Like that
proper.
for Woods.
He's someone I'm surprised no one tried to take it this summer. I'll be honest.
Boy, you know what the chairman's going to do?
Chairman would-
It's true.
That's it.
It's true.
That's an inflammable
like,
houses.
It's a kind of a squad
Dan
that
Burn.
kind of picks itself, but then you just think, what is Henderson doing there? In it, like I think that's got to be an off the pitch thing.
Yeah.
No, he said it. He said it already.
And I know he started. Maybe I think he started or played in 3 of the 4 games Tuchel's managed, but I think it's off the pitch thing.
No, I think he said that early on, right? But I kind of get it. But at the same time,
It's just taking
there
up
already-
space.
yeah, and there's enough people. I mean, Declan Rice. What is Henderson going to do that Declan Rice can't do at this stage now? He's
Yeah.
experienced enough.
Yeah.
Rashford.
He's respected enough.
Been to the tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Like, pass that torch on to Declan Rice and get someone else in there who could do this
Bellingham.
exposure. But exactly. So, yeah, I'm not
Stones,
sure.
yeah,
Sure
the
about that one.
guys.
Yeah, exactly. Stones is there. But yeah, look, big up to Jed Spence. He's been on a interesting journey from Neil Warnock doing his usual nonsense and calling him out back in Middlesbrough days to 2 or 3 years later now ending his first England call up and effectively being a key part of Tottenham's first 11.
Yeah.
Elliot Anderson, another one. key part of Forest's midfield last season. He's only 22 or something.
Yeah,
23.
young player.
He started off good this
It's
season as
weird.
well.
Like I know it's a PSR thing, but Newcastle could do with him right now, just as that other option for that middle three.
Yeah, but they did all right out. But they got Livramento.
Yeah,
They did all right. That
Yeah,
PSR musical
And I think they
chairs.
mostly looked at, what's his name, Miley?
Lewis
that-
Miley.
That we could afford to let him go. So
Yeah, it's true. Who else is there? Jared Bowen still made it, obviously, as a. I need to check on how Rashford did this weekend against Barcelona. I know he got hooked in the first league game at halftime. So we'll see. Obviously, Madueke is in there now. So yeah, I mean, the squad largely picked itself up. As you say, there was Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton. I'm a big fan of Wharton's as well. I think it's fantastic. The only problem he's got is you can get players that do his job.
and more athletic.
Well, not even that. You're starting.
Hmm?
You're starting.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Starting.
I'm trying to tease out what you were trying to get
Why
to.
does it need to be more
I'm
athletic?
not, no, I'm just,
No, because basically you can get better value for money in the market, is what I'm saying. Like the kind of midfielder he is.
Instead of buying him, you buy.
His tax
He's
is
gonna be
just
priced out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've got to Crystal Palace now. How much does it take to get Adam Wharton out that
So
club?
you're talking 70.
70 minimum.
What I'm saying. We bought Zubimendi for 50. You know, what did other guys pay for similar for take Enzo? But they're not the same kind of player. So I just think he's gonna suffer from a little bit of English tax. But someone will need him. I want him. To be honest, next summer Newcastle might want to knock on that door. Villa, because those two, Joe Linton and Gimaresh, they can't do Twin Towers forever. Do you know what I mean? They got to evolve that at some point. But yeah, I don't really know how to judge Tuchel's England stints yet, because all these Andorra games, like
You can only judge on what he does at the World Cup. Like he's going to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's a
So-
given. It's about what he does at the World Cup.
yeah, I agree. So it's not that I lack interest, but for me, it's let's get to the World Cup and
And
then
I
we'll
think
really
even
see what
when
he
he
makes.
gets there, like I know I'm a bit of an anomaly because I will sacrifice style of play for a result.
Yeah.
So,
So
but people like you go back to like the West Ham contingent and like a lot of the English media last summer, they were like, "Oh, we're not playing well." Who cares, man?
yeah,
If you get
yeah,
the win,
yeah. Everyone says that until they win something.
Yeah.
Everyone says that until they win
no.
something.
I'd happily sacrifice style.
You think
for a World
if
Cup.
this Arteta ball won us a league, you'd hear everyone yapping their gums? Listen, you see street parade. So yeah, everyone's not happy with the football until it wins them something. So the only people I would say, like, obviously, that in Italy and Spain, they don't care. If you're winning stuff, but the ball isn't great, you'll get fired.
Yeah.
You lose your job. So yeah. All right. Any more?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Thanks, boys, and we'll be back next week. Peace.
Peace.